What's up, everybody? Matt Dude here at New Hampshire Man. Today is another post in the kind of long series on how to keep chickens. This is a bunch of what I'm trying to do is put together a really comprehensive but succinct and orderly way for people to learn how to do chickens. There's a lot on the internet about chickens, but I feel like it's all scattered. So hopefully that kind of explains what this is. So we got into like getting chicks, how to select a breed, how to set up a brooder. And when their chickens are in the brooder, that'd be probably before that. It's a good time to think about what you're gonna do for a coop. And there are a lot of options out there, like fixed coops, like what I have, as well as mobile coops, like chicken tractors and chickshaws. So you kind of got, like, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what options are out there. And then hopefully with that information, you can then decide what's best for you. All of this is documented over at newhampshireman.com, and I'll put a link in the show notes right down here. So that's easy access. And the other thing to think about is easy access, like where you want to put your coop around your house. In permaculture, we break up our space into zones. Zone 1 is really where you live. You probably want your chickens in zone 2, meaning it's pretty close. Like you're gonna want to go out there every day. You got to feed them a couple times, or you feed them a day. You got to go out there at least twice a day, right? Yeah, open them up, let them out, run around, feed them, close them up. We'll get into feeding more later. I do feeding a little differently than the traditional methods, and I probably do most chicken keeping differently. All right, so now what I'd like to do is just show you what I'm doing in my chicken coop. Okay, so it's clear to point out that my coop is fixed. It is not a mobile coop. I have about 20 birds, and that's about it for this coop, size-wise. I have this first section here, which is food and water and kind of space for them to hang. And then I have the roosts and the nesting boxes over there, and the gate to go outside. Also have like light, think about windows, ventilation, the eaves are open. So like it's a fine balance between providing ventilation and security. And really that's a big thing, like the purpose of the coop is to provide security and shelter. So security from predators, shelter from the environment. And then the run, I'll show you my run, which is kind of what I was telling you, is a little different. So this is before I learned much, this is what I did have, kind of a standard run. That's like an outside section attached to the coop, all framed in, or wired in, so I built that, and I still use it. Like it gives them some shelter from rain and snow. But then what I figured out is that chickens are way more awesome than I knew, and they can do so much work for you. So now they have this whole outside spot, like there's a fence that goes around the back of the woods there. And this is where chickens generate a tremendous amount of compost. Like chickens scratch, and that can be a problem unless you can focus that energy where you want it. So right now they have this outside area all the time, and they scratch up all the organic matter on the property, from like leaves from the fall, compost, everything from the garden comes back here. This was a big pile just yesterday. They tear it all up, break it down. Supplements their food and provides soil for the garden. There's just a lot of winds going on there. And then what I'm also doing is blowing out this side. So this is I will install a gate here, and then the chickens are preparing this bed for some annual vegetables that'll be going in later this spring. Once the plants go in, I will close the gate and keep them out of there, because they will scratch and pull all the seeds out and so on. Okay, so that's pretty much the snapshot on my chicken coop. I hope that this is valuable, and stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. There's going to be a lot more coming on chickens and everything else related to personal freedom through lifestyle design. Thanks a lot.